Okay, 7th grade, so this week we're talking about lab safety, and this is going to be my demonstration about what to do and what not to do in the classroom with regards to following directions as I give them when we do lab experiments. Remember, even though I'm saying the word lab safety and you're going to think, oh, well, your classroom's not a lab, it doesn't matter. My classroom basically transforms into a lab regardless of having other items like a sink or an eye wash station or the fire blanket, because that is what we have to simulate the lab atmosphere. So we have to still make sure that we follow these instructions and protocols to make sure that we're safe. So because I don't have all those extra things, so we don't do experiments that would be considered more dangerous, like using fire and stuff, because we don't have, and using harsh chemicals because we don't have a ventilated hood. So I make sure that stuff we use is okay for us to use. And we also don't want stuff spilling, like vinegar, for example, because in my classroom's gonna smell like a bag of potato chips all day. So that's why we always need to stay careful with what we're doing and how we're handling our items. So for those who know me, this is what my desk normally looks like, this big hot mess. But my desk right here is not appropriate for me to be doing a science experiment on because it's cluttered with my sweater, a book, my box of highlighters, food, I've got a snack there, my mask, coffee, more coffee. I've got stuff everywhere all over my desk. So even though I've got this small little space right here, that's really probably not enough space considering how big my table really is. So I would have to completely clear this off or use a different space to do the experiment. Since you guys aren't in the classroom, this desk is completely cleared. So if I was going to do an experiment, I would have to use this desk to do my demonstration for you guys. Okay, so another super important thing, and this won't just pertain to girls because if boys have long hair, they need to pull their hair back too. So, but this one is especially for my favorite girls that I used to have to pull their hair back and put it in a ponytail because they forgot to pull it back and that we were doing a lab that day. You know who you are. So I just pulled my hair out of my ponytail to show you. My hair's not even that long, but I still don't want my hair in my face when I'm leaning down. So your hair needs to be in a ponytail. I know you guys hate when my hair's in a ponytail. My hair's always in a ponytail. So my hair's always ready to do a lab experiment. So the Maybe a Sister video that we watched said to make sure that you can identify where certain items are in the classroom. Well, it says to use a specific receptacle or container or bag or something for broken glass, which I try my best not to use any glass in the classroom. We try to always use plastic, and which is why I got those plastic beakers, or we use plastic cups. So we have the garbage can right there. Everybody knows that the garbage can is by the door. If I zoom in toward the bottom, protective glasses are in the middle drawer. We've got hand sanitizer and spick and span and paper towels to clean our messes and to wipe our hands clean. And we also have 2 brooms. I got a new broom and my dustpan that probably needs to go in the garbage, but it will be replaced shortly. So we can clean up our messes that if we spill anything on the floor. So we can sweep the floor if we have crumbs or we spill anything or anything breaks. Okay, so handling chemicals. So vinegar is going to be our chemical. First of all, I'm already breaking a rule because I'm not wearing gloves, so I should be wearing gloves. And I'm going to pour it in. Okay, it's 150 milliliters. Sure, that's enough. Ew, that smells gross. Wait, was I supposed to sniff that like that? I'm supposed to waft the smell so it doesn't go straight up into my nose and like, because vinegar, when you sniff vinegar like that, it's definitely gonna burn your nostrils. And think about it if you're using something that's more harsh than vinegar. And on top of that, this vinegar expired like a year ago. So, I mean, I'm sure it lost some of its potency, and that's why I didn't go jolt myself back like that. So make sure you guys waft the smells. The same thing, like I said, using my coffee as an example, that we're going to not stick our nose in it, we're gonna waft the smell towards our nose. Okay. Ooh, this looks really interesting. I want to touch it. Ooh, what does it taste like? Ew, that was so gross. Was I supposed to do that? No, I'm not supposed to be tasting the vinegar. And no, I'm not supposed to definitely be tasting the vinegar that expired a year ago. Don't worry, it's really not gonna kill me, it's just vinegar. Anyways, make sure we're not sticking our hands in our chemicals. Make sure we are wearing gloves and protective eyewear, which I have glasses on, so I mean, if I was wearing my contacts, which I know would freak you guys out, I would have to put on my goggles to protect my eyes from anything splashing into them. So I've got my gloves on. I'm still not supposed to stick my hand in here. The gloves are just to protect my hand in case there's a little spillage. So we need to make sure that we're careful with our substances. And my favorite one, making sure you guys know that the marker is used for labeling. So I grabbed an Expo marker because I don't want to mark up my my container and then have to really scrub it clean. This will just dry erase off of it. So we need to make sure we label our substances correctly. Vinegar. The label actually should have been put on before that. But since it's dry erase, I have to also be careful. That's why we would typically use a Sharpie. Ew, that marker smells so gross. Didn't I tell you guys not to sniff the markers? Drawing tattoos on myself is so much fun. Don't judge the heart and the peace sign. Wait, what? I wasn't supposed to do that? Come on, guys. You were supposed to remind me not to draw on myself or sniff the markers. Again, make sure that you guys are doing what you're supposed to be doing with the items. Also, please make sure everything that you guys use is clean before you use it, that you don't have anything that's cross-contaminated. Don't use your mom's measuring cups or her tweezers. Make sure you have your own forceps for projects. Make sure you're not eating any of the materials and sticking your fingers in the vinegar like I did. So please make sure that you guys are following all safety protocols that we've discussed so far, and what you guys have learned previously and what you guys are currently learning about. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. Bye.